welcome back to my channel, or as I like to call it, my app. School is basically in session. School has started for everyone, and this is an exciting time right now for a lot of people. They're starting their new adventure in life. So this adventure that I am really talking about is college. I am going into my 4th year for my undergraduate degree, and I've just been seeing a lot on social media like how incoming college students are so excited to start and everything. And I thought about back then when I was an incoming freshman to college, and I just thought, I wish I had someone to tell me a few tips and pointers where it could have gave me a jump start in rather me learning about it on my own. So I decided to make a video and just give this to anyone who is an incoming freshman, or even if you are a current student right now where like you're in the middle of your course or even about to graduate like me and just want to get a few tips and pointers or maybe some advice to help you succeed better with college. Stay tuned and we'll get into it right here. 25 things I wish I knew before college. The first thing that I'm going to say, do not buy your textbooks in advance. A lot of professors and even the school, they'll send you emails and a lot of people will tell you to get it before class. Don't get it, because sometimes you'll be wasting your money. If you actually do need to get the textbook, buy it used. Do not buy it brand new, because you might just look at it once and not even look at it again sometimes. You don't have to have it brand new to say that you're not going to really be using it for a long time. You're just using it for a few months basically. As long as you're able to read it, that's the best that you need. I would also suggest to rent it out. Unless you're planning on like going through it and highlighting it, then you can get it used, but if not, I suggest renting it out. But the main thing that I say to do before even buying or renting it, just wait till the first day of class and read your syllabus. In your syllabus, it will tell you what textbooks that you will need for the class, and sometimes the syllabus says required, sometimes it doesn't. I usually like to wait till the first day of class, and the professor will usually go through the syllabus and they will let you know if you need to get the textbook or not, because some professors, they don't really look at the book. Some professors, they teach their own materials. Some professors, they have different types of study materials that you can use. I prefer studying from a PowerPoint rather than a textbook. Textbooks are kind of boring to me. You can get more information in it as well that's not going to really be on your test. So I don't really like studying from a textbook. I just usually go through the PowerPoints if they're able to, or make my own notes while in class. So I would just not do that. But the second thing that I would say that I wish I knew before college is to choose your roommates wisely. A lot of people for their first year, they decide to stay on campus and you're living in a dorm or a suite style dorm. Just choose your roommates wisely. I would suggest not to room with someone that you have a personal close friendship with, because you're not really used to living with your friends. Yeah, that's your girl, that's your, your pal and everything and all, but you don't see what they do behind closed doors. You don't know what ticks you off, and just, I wouldn't suggest it. A lot of people that I've known that have roomed with someone really close their freshman year in a dorm, they've fallen out. So if you value that friendship, I wouldn't do that. I would suggest rooming randomly, and I know that can be scary sometimes, but just look into like someone that you are okay with rooming with, but also okay with not really valuing their friendship with, in case anything happens. The third thing I wish I knew before I started college is to research your professors. There is a website called ratemyprofessors.com, and you can look up your college and you can also look up your professor. People who have taken your professor before have taken their time to write a review and let you know about the course. You can learn how hard it is. You can learn how much material they go over. You can learn if they give extra credit. You can learn if they give a lot of homework. You can just learn so much, because there are some professors that give you a hard time. So if you would rather go the easy route, you can find that on there. You can just get a heads up basically before you sign into that class and wait till the first day and you wish you never took that professor, and it would save you time from just wasting a drop. Learn your professor's name as well. When you go on your syllabus, look and see what they prefer to call themselves. Do not call your professor Mr. or Mrs. unless they specify for you to call them that. This is not high school anymore, people, okay? They worked hard for their name. If your teacher has a PhD, or if you see that on their syllabus they are calling themselves doctor, call them that. Do not go to them and say, hi, Mr. or Professor, if their name is a doctor. They're going to feel disrespected and it's going to be very embarrassing to you. If you're not 100% sure, the best way to go is Professor. The fourth thing that I wish I knew before college is to befriend upperclassmen. I would say to befriend upperclassmen, and if you are upperclassmen, I would suggest to befriend people who are in a higher level than you, I would say, because you can find out a lot about classes as well from them. If, let's say, you're taking a first level entry class and they're in a third level entry, they can tell you all about the first level entry, how hard it is. They can tell you about which professors you should take. They can give you tips on everything. You can have an advantage and a better resource when you befriend upper classes instead of just going inside of a class blindsided. I would just suggest to befriend upperclassmen. The fifth thing that I wish I knew before college is scheduling. Scheduling, the first part of the scheduling, you want to make sure you schedule your classes good. You need to know if you're a morning person or if you would rather just be in class later that evening. I wish I would have knew that I didn't have to be in a class every single day, basically. My freshman year, I had classes Monday through Friday. I had a class on Friday and it was just only one class, 8:30 to 9:30, and if I knew, I would have not scheduled my schedule that way, because for the past 3.5 years I have had my classes scheduled on just Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I would get all my classes out the way, and on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays I can have time to work because I have to work. I would just say scheduling, that would be the first part. Second part of this I'm going to jump into later because it ties into something else. The sixth thing I wish I knew before college is just very simple. Don't skip class. I don't really skip class because I'm that person that feels like the day that I skip class, I'm going to miss everything in the world. There's going to be a pop quiz, then there's going to be something that's going to be the next class that I didn't know about. So I've just always been that worry person where I didn't like to skip class. I have been pressured by friends before to skip class before, but it wasn't like a serious class. I would just say don't skip class so you can get all the points that you need, and also it also helps if you're struggling in that class and you need to go talk to the professor. The professor can see that, hey, I know that face is familiar because I see that face in class all the time. Whereas if you're struggling and you need to go talk to the professor and they notice that you're not in class a lot, they won't really want to help you because they don't feel like you're giving it your all. I just wouldn't skip class. I know it's hard, you don't always want to go to class and everything, but just drag yourself there. The semester is going to go by so fast, so don't worry about it. The seventh thing that I wish I knew before college, and it ties into the sixth one, is take advantage of all your assignments. There have been classes that were so hard. I bombed every single test, but I pulled through by the grits of my teeth and passed with a C because I took advantage of all the assignments. Make sure you do all the homework. Make sure you go to class to get those easy attendance points. Make sure you do those quizzes. Anything that the teacher has that is just any type of extra points that is not test points, just do them, because those few points can make such a big difference for you not having to retake that course. The eighth thing I wish I knew before college is to find your best study strategy. There are many ways to learn materials. There is not a one way to learn a material. Everyone's brain runs differently. So your friend might be able to learn one way and you might be able to learn another way. You need to find the best way that you will learn your materials. Some people prefer to learn from reading their textbook. That's not me. Some people prefer to learn by looking at the PowerPoint. Some people, they prefer going to class and taking audio, recording the professor's voice and just going back home and just re-listening to it over and over and over again. There's so many different study strategies. You just have to take your time to find the best way that you prefer to study. The ninth thing I wish I knew before college is seating. you need to find where you want to sit in class. Now, this might be different. It might depend on what college that you go to. If you go to a small college or a large college, I attend a large college, so majority of my classes, it's a big auditorium. You have to know where you want to sit. I believe if you really want to pay attention, you should sit in the front of the class. You're able to tune out distractions, so you're basically forcing yourself to pay attention because you're sitting right in front of the professor. You can't get on your phone. The professor will notice that you're on your phone. It's very disrespectful. You're not going to really talk and everything because you're literally right in the front. Sitting in the front is going to help you pay attention and focus more. However, there are some classes where people do not want to pay attention, or they're not taking that class serious. So if you do feel like you are going to be distractive, I suggest that you sit in the back. Also, if you are going to class late, please do not just try and hurry up and go to the front of the class because you will distract the whole class. The 10th thing that I wish I knew before college is visit your advisor frequently. Your advisor is there to help you. They can give you so much advice that you don't know. I was enrolled in classes that I didn't even need to take. I would have not known that if I would never went to my advisor. They can help you with so much. Just take advantage of that. The 11th thing that I wish I knew before college is to get involved. Yeah, I didn't really get involved my time in college. I wanted to, but it wasn't really on the top of my list, I should say. I don't know, basically I'm not that active on campus. I really suggest to get involved. Find an organization that you feel like works best with your personality. You can meet new people. The 12th thing that I wish I knew before college is planning your semester. In the beginning of this semester, no matter if it's the beginning of your fall semester or your spring semester, go through each of your syllabus. Look at when you have tests, and you need to write down all your homeworks, everything, so you can be having a nice planned schedule. You need to find out what works best for you. A lot of my friends, they prefer planners. I don't use planners. I prefer a board. So I have a big giant white calendar board on my wall. I just write out all my important stuff, and it goes for school or even personal issues. I will also color code it, so all my tests I will put in red. Any due dates I will put those in purple. Anything that's like personal, like if I have a doctor's appointment or anything, I will put that in blue. It just helps you so much instead of just cramming everything into your head. The 13th thing that I wish I knew before college is to get familiar with your campus. I would suggest that you get familiar with your campus, know where majority of the buildings are and everything, just so you won't get lost. Especially before your first day, I would suggest that you would just go and see where all your classes are so you won't be late to class on your first day. That's embarrassing, 1, and 2, it's taking a thrill out of your first day of college because you don't know where you're going, you look lost, and it's just, I don't know, to me I would be embarrassed. Just get familiar with it. You're going to be there for the next 4 years. You might as well learn what everything is. The 14th thing, it's very important, and I feel like a lot of people run into this bridge sooner or later. Don't rush your major. And also, it is okay to change your major. A lot of people feel like that you have to go into college knowing what you want to major in. That is not true. I wish I would not have picked a major before going in because I changed my major as well. 99% of the time, well, don't quote me because I didn't look at if that was an actual fact, but majority of the time you are going to change your major while you are in college. College is the time of getting to know yourself and what you want to do, so it's okay to change your major. Also, it is okay that you do not finish on time. I don't know where this came from, but it's always supposed to seem like, oh, it takes 4 years to finish college. No, that's not true. A lot of people do not finish college in those 4 years, and that is okay. Everyone has a different time, so just take your time and just focus on you and make sure you are finding what you want to do, because your major is a field that you are going to be doing for the rest of your life, so you need time to learn about it to see if that's something that you really want to do. I suggest if you're just coming from out of high school and you have a major that you want to do, might be hard, but I would suggest to try and job shadow someone to see if that is something that you really want to do before actually committing to that. I would suggest that you just take your time and also just sit there and reflect and see what are your strong subjects and also what makes you happy, and see if you can make a career out of any of those things. A lot of universities, and even if you don't want to go to university, you could probably find some online. There are surveys and quizzes to help you find your major that you should do. It does help some people, so it wouldn't hurt to try it. Basically, if you really want to know, just get some opinions. The 15th thing I wish I knew before college is find a great place to study. When you are studying, you need to be focused. It's nice to study at home, especially in your bed, but you can't get distracted. The TV or your bed could be feeling so comfortable you want to sleep. You need to find a perfect place that you can study and stay attentive. I would say find a place that you feel is comfortable, but also you're able to really get serious to study. The 16th thing that I wish I knew before college is to remain focused. You have to stay focused. There are a lot of distractions, but you have to remember why you are there in the first place. There's always going to be boys, there's always going to be parties, there's always going to be Netflix. Everything is always going to be there, but this course is not. It's over in like 3 to 4 months, and you need to get your money's worth. Every single class that you in is going to cost, so I would suggest just not to waste it. That time goes by so fast. I know college is fun, but you shouldn't want to add extra time onto your time in college if you don't need it. So just stay focused. Just remember that everything is always going to be there, but that test isn't, and one test can drop you so fast. The 17th thing I wish I knew before college is time management. You need to manage your time. If you know that you have classes from 9 o'clock all the way to 2 o'clock, and you're also going to be working as well, you need to plan out your time. You need to know, if I'm going to be working 20 hours a week and I am taking 15 hours of classes, I need to put in time in between to go over my material. I need to have time where I just need me time, because everyone needs me time. You need to just plan out time where like you have time to yourself. You need time where if you want to hang out with your friends, you know, okay, yeah, it's cool to hang out with your friends, but I need to make sure I get all of this done first. I just think that that is the main thing with college, because people think college is like really hard, but I feel like the main thing is it's just learning time management. If you can learn how to manage your time, college is not that hard. It's really not. The 18th thing that I wish I knew before college is just to balance your work and school life. College should be your #1 priority if you are in school, but there are people like me where you need to work, and so it's kind of hard to balance that, because you don't want to overwork yourself where you're so tired where you can't really study, but you also don't want to not work so much because you need money. So it's just very hard, but everyone's different, so it's just learning how to balance that. Put yourself on a schedule. Me, I go to school Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Just find a schedule for you. Let your job know, hey, like, you know, I need time where I can study. I have a test coming up, I want to work, but also I need this time to study. Just talk to your manager and see if they'll help you as well. The 19th thing I wish I knew before college is money. What I mean by money is just saving your money, loans that you have to take out, your future, like everything. I just wish I knew all about it. It's okay to splurge, it's okay to treat yourself, you know, it's the money that you worked for, sure, why not, but also start saving, because by the time you are graduating, you will be an adult. You are going to have responsibilities. Also, if you have taken out loans, when you graduate, they're going to contact you to start paying them back. You're not going to know for sure if you're going to have a job or not right as soon as you get out of college. So just having something, you know, to lean back on, or even if like an emergency just happens out of the blue, it's nice to have money, a stash or something, you know, just set aside. So just save. It's so hard, I know, but it's worth it. Just save. The 20th thing I wish I knew before college is to build your resume. College is the time where it's basically crunch time. If you can find a job that is in your field that you are studying, get on it. That's going to help build your resume so much. Finding a job anywhere is great, but if you can find a job that is in your major or field, that's going to help your resume way more than a job at a restaurant. So I would just suggest looking for a job within your major to help you get not only experience, but also to help you if you want to really do this for the rest of your life. I have found majority of my jobs related within my field on Indeed.com. Also, you can find jobs related for your field as well on LinkedIn, and I'm just getting familiar now with Handshake, but Handshake also helps. Ask your advisor or someone that's in your college and see if there's partnerships, because my university, they just started partnering with Handshake, so that's just how I found out about them. Before, I had an account on LinkedIn, but anytime I was looking for anything like an internship or a job, I've always been on Indeed and just filter out what your specifics are. If you want to be part-time, put that. If you're looking for just an internship that's paid, put that. Just build your resume, because this is the time. It would be good having some experience than not having any experience at all. That's all I'm saying. The next thing that I wish I knew before college is start networking. Just like I said, create yourself a LinkedIn account, also a Handshake account, whichever one you want to do, or both, because college is the time to network. You don't know who you're going to meet in the future. The professors that you have now can probably help you in the future as well. So I would suggest to network right now. Just meet anyone you can and just get into that professional environment that can help you in the future. Number 22, don't give up. I know it's hard. It's okay if you make a bad grade. Stress is gonna come and go. Just don't give up. Just push through it. It's not gonna always rain. The sunshine is going to come through. Just keep pushing yourself. I know it's hard. Classes are going to be hard. You're not gonna be the first person that has a hard class. You're not gonna be the last person that has a hard class. You will get a bad grade, and it's okay. It's fine. You can get yourself through it. You might fail a class. You might have to drop a class. It's all fine. Just don't give up. Don't. It's fine. Number 23, I would say to take your time. Just go on your own pace. Don't try to stay at the same pace as your friends or what the college is expecting you to do. Everyone has their own pace. Some people, it might take 3 years for them to finish school. Some people, it might take them 5 to 6 years. Just go the pace that you feel comfortable with. Don't you sit there and sign yourself up in 18-hour classes and you know that you can only get through 12 hours right now. Don't do it. Take your time. Your time is going to come. Just relax. Number 24, I would say be yourself. People try to create a new image of themselves when they're leaving from high school and going to college, because they feel like, oh, this is just a new start, a fresh experience, you know, I'm going to meet all these different people, and it's okay, but don't change who you are. Be yourself and you will attract like all the friends and stuff that are meant to be in your circle. Don't try to be something that you're not. Everyone is unique in their own way, so why change your uniqueness to be something else? I don't know. Finally, the last thing that I will say is have fun. Enjoy your time in college. A lot of people say college is the best years of your life. Some people disagree. To be honest, it's all about how you make it. This is your time. Everyone is going to have a different experience. Find out how you want your experience to be so you can decide, oh, is this actually the best time of my life? You're the only one that's in control of that. Enjoy it, because college goes by so fast. Oh my God, I was literally just a first year college student and I was like, I'm going to be here forever. And now I'm a 4th year and I'm like, where did the time go? Like, it just went so fast. Just enjoy it. This is the time where you are learning about yourself and finding yourself. You're transitioning from a teenager to a young adult, so this is a time where you're getting to know yourself, who you are and everything. So just take time to really enjoy it and just learn, not only in school but also about yourself. I hope this video has helped. I just really want the best for everyone and I wish everyone well, and I hope that they have a great school year. And to all my 2020 graduates, congratulations, stay strong because we're almost there. And everyone else, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to continue seeing more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you know when I will be posting more.